What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. Magic's here. Papa Dude's here. That's good. I didn't want to talk all day today, fellas, so it's good to see you guys both. Listen, Magic, I don't know where to begin. I feel like you've got something for us, but I don't know what to do with you.
You did a fantastic job on the show yesterday. It was quick, clean, under 15 minutes. You covered all the bets, all the races. If only Bryce Young had been as efficient last night, maybe we could have swept the bets. But no, I came on. I wanted to praise Papa Dude for he had the Pittsburgh Penguins at plus 100 as the underdog in LA, and I'm a big Kings fan because we all cashed the bet. And what happened was, if you didn't watch, they went into overtime and they're at crypto.com arena or whatever that used to be called Staples. I hate the name now. And they're at home ice, prime time. They're the better team. They're favored. They go into overtime, and Pittsburgh scores. And it's like, shit, there's the Penguins cashed. And the league said, no, that doesn't count. No, we want to give the LA Kings on prime time, home ice, overtime, another chance here. So they reran it back. They claimed it was offsides. And the LA Kings, the whole team went out on the ice when that happened. Did you see this? The whole entire team just emptied on the bench. They looked at every single Kings fan in the stands dead in the eye. They all dropped their pants and just laid a giant deuce. And they let the Penguins come back and score twice in overtime. That's how much better the Penguins were last night. The Kings sucked. Big fan of how much they sucked last night because it made up for the fact that Bryce Young also sucked.
All right, Matt. Papa Dude, what did you think of the game last night?
Well, that was quite a rant. Well, I think it was normal for them to suck last night.
Yeah.
Because the night before they went to Vegas and they didn't suck. And they beat maybe the best team in the. That's why I picked Pittsburgh. The Penguins have been playing a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know how the Kings could get up and play again after that really good win in Vegas. So my intuition actually paid off last night.
Yeah, it was a really good pick, and you saved us. My horse lost by a little less than a head at Remington, just a brutal beat. And like I said, Bryce Young didn't come through. So, yeah, you saved us from a disaster. And, yeah, while we're talking hockey, boy, the Oilers, it's time to get panicky up at Edmonton. This is a really bad situation.
Fire Ken Holland.
And by the way, speaking of the Sharks Vegas is minus 520 tonight, hosting the Sharks. Have you, Papa Dude, we've been following hockey for a long time. Have you ever seen a line like that?
No, not in hockey. No.
Crazy.
Doesn't it seem like that line is higher because the Sharks won? People are like, there's no way in hell they're doing this back-to-back. Fade them.
Pretty much. They won 2 out of 3.
But it's the classic best team versus the worst team. But minus 520, absolutely. I mean, incredible to see that. So that was wild when we were looking at that one. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the games today. We have a couple hockey games. We're going to talk football first. This is a Papa Dude special. That's what I'm going to call this one. These are 2 of your teams, Papa Dude. Wyoming at UNLV tonight. UNLV a 5.5-point favorite. A lot of people don't realize UNLV is a very good team. Wyoming, pretty good as well. I think it's going to be a good game. Total sitting at 50.5. Papa Dude, where are you going with this one?
Well, I'm glad Mark's on. I'm glad he's on because he's my Wyoming guy, and because of him, I watch them and add them to my list of all white teams.
Yep.
And they are fun to watch. They're fundamentally sound. I don't like their chances tonight. I just don't like their chances. I hope they win. UNLV is pretty good. They're having a great year. I think they're 7-2.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't think they've won 7 games in the last 10 years put together.
Yep.
And so they're having a great year. I think this is going to be a tough spot for Wyoming. They may cover. I think the game may be close, but I don't think they're going to get a win tonight. I'm going to go with UNLV, not only to win, but to cover.
Yep. I think this is going to be a really good game, but I do think UNLV is going to get it done. I think they're going to cover as well. Magic, you got any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, go for the over on this one. Go over 50.5. But other than when they played Michigan this year, and Michigan's doing capital M Michigan things, UNLV's been really good. 400 total yards every game, 5.2 yards per play. The offense is clicking. They are 0 for 3, Wyoming's 0 for 3 on the road. But they're going to show up with a strong effort. It's always a talented team when they go on the road, and they've had 22 points at least in all but 2 of their games this year. So I think that the over is a good play here, and root for some high-flying, rootin' tootin' action out there in the desert.
All right. Well, we'll go on to hockey now. The Wild and the Sabres going at it tonight. This is going to be a pretty good game. I think this will be a very entertaining game as well. The Wild has, at times have had goalie problems here. That's not a Sabres team you want to play when you've got goalie problems. Both teams right around that 500 mark. Buffalo's minus 120. Papa Dude, who you like in this one?
Well, I don't think the Wild are playing very well, so I'm going to go with Buffalo. You might look at the over. I could see 4-3, 5-4 pretty easy in this game. So I'm going to go with Buffalo, and I would look at the over as well.
Magic, what do you think?
I don't know if I don't have a strong opinion here. I might lean Buffalo slightly with home ice advantage. They opened it like minus 110 each, and now Buffalo's slightly kicked up. But I know Buffalo's power play has been pretty rough, 0 for 9 in their last 4 games. You'd think eventually that comes back around, Tage Thompson being on the team. It's hard to imagine them being shut out on the power play much longer. So slight edge to the Sabres, but mostly just a watch game here.
I like Sabres as well. I like the over as well, Papa Dude. I think this thing's going over tonight. The Sabres play a pretty wide open game. The Wild, they just haven't looked great. And I think they're going to give up some goals tonight. So I think Buffalo and the over. I think that's the play tonight. One more hockey game before we get to the race of the day. The Flames and the Maple Leafs, a nice little game up in Canada tonight. Flames are struggling so far, Papa Dude, but the Leafs aren't really burning it down either. They're not playing all that well. Papa Dude, who do you like in this one? Toronto's minus 150.
Must win for Toronto. They have to win this one. They're struggling. They can't stop anybody. They're really struggling, but the Flames are not very good. They're flaming out too much. So give me the Leafs tonight.
Magic? Yeah, I'm with I'd say the Leafs minus 150. Use them as like a little booster for another bet you like. Do like a 2-team or a 3-team parlay. I don't think it's going to be a great game, but I do think they have the edge here. Jake McCabe should be back on defense for him, and I think that's going to be a big boost for the Maple Leafs as well.
I think you take the Maple Leafs in this one as well. I think this is another game that could go over. Papa Dude, you kind of alluded to it. The Leafs have struggled a little bit. I think they're going to score tonight, though. I think the Flames will have a couple as well. So I think these are both over games in the NHL tonight. I'm going to take the Leafs in this one as well. All right, let's get to Churchill Downs race of the day today. We're going to go back to Churchill Downs race 8. Magic, we're going to kick it off with you here. We're on the dirt. It's an allowance race going 6 furlongs. We do have a bunch of scratches. Looks like 3 scratches. So it was a field of 13 down to a field of 10. Who do you like, Magic?
Oh, the 2 of the 3 scratches pissed me off because it was the 3-1 favorite that I was trying to beat because we haven't seen her since January. Yeah. And there was a 5-1 third choice that I was trying to beat because there's a world of speed in this race, and I thought it set up perfectly for the 4-1 second choice, number 5, Zeitlos, who's now 3-2 probably. Still my top pick. Like I said, there's a lot of speed. Zeitlos, one of the few horses that's shown the consistent ability that she can sit off. She does love to run second, which is a little concerning here if there's a speed horse that you like. Aaron, your top pick is actually my second choice, so I'll let you talk about her. So I was going to do that exact, but I think if you put Aaron's horse over the top of mine as well, get some value. There's a lot of, I wanted to like the 11, the Great Maybe, but is like the 5th fastest horse in here, and she's a speedster, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. So Zeitlos, but be careful on the price betting her to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go number 7, Pumpkin Scone on top. How could you go against Florent Giroux after that effort he put out yesterday? Just an amazing ride. One of the worst rides I've ever seen in my life.
Holy hell.
On the race of the day. I mean, he totally just – it's not very often I come on and say the jockey gets one beat. The jockey got one beat yesterday. A horrible ride on Catching Freedom yesterday in the 8th at Churchill. So I'll go right back to flow today. I guess I like punishing myself. Listen, Pumpkin Scone, second time out against winners. I think it's a little bit better trip this time. I don't think we'll get pressured all that much. I think this horse is going to get the lead. I just think, maybe if he gets her out towards the front, we won't get stopped 6, 7, 12 times like yesterday. So I'm going to go number 7, Pumpkin Scone on top. Papa Dude, who you got?
Well, you guys have about covered it. I'm going to go with Magic as well. The ass man's going to come through for us today. Consistent horse, but you're right. I am concerned. Likes to finish second. 7 starts in 4 seconds. That's kind of troublesome. I kind of like the 11 as well, Magic, the great maybe. Broke its maiden, put it in some races, stakes races, wasn't good enough. Came back last time in an allowance and lost by a neck. So could be in the right spot. And the 7 as well. So I'm going to go 5, 11, 7.
Yeah, Somich, they said sorry, Magic. Somich said, look out for the 13 who drew in. The 13 drew in, and then as Shoddy said, literally scratched like 2 minutes ago, a late scratch of the 13 there. So yeah, I was with you there, Mike, on that one. And I mean, literally 1 minute before the show, the 13 came out as well. So the 13.
Oh yeah,
out.
time form still shows that she's in too. Damn.
Yeah,
I liked her underneath.
Mm-hmm. I thought the 13 would have a big time shot to hit the board as well. You guys talked about the 11, the great maybe. It's a Cherie DeVoe trained horse here that we know this horse is going to show up and run pretty well. Was second at this level off of a layoff last time out. So if we see some improvement from her, I'm with you guys. I think going to run pretty darn well today. So I think it's going to be a really good race still with the scratches. I mean, it's still now a field of 9. So we'll see what happens today at Churchill. We'll see if we can get another what would you describe that, Magic? Just pure comedy yesterday in the stretch for the 5?
Oh my God, it was a rip your hat apart. Like you just take it off and you're just like you're Hulk Hoganing everything in you that you can because you just can't believe. And it's not just like it was he was moving and then slammed on the brakes. It was a sustained almost furlong straight where he's just like, I'll take it out. No, you dumb mother. No, I was so angry watching that race. So I think we're both love 5-7. I think a 5-7 exacta box is how we play this race.
Was that your Donald Trump imitation? What the hell is that?
No, it was Florent Giroux trying to steer the horse off of other horses at 40 miles an hour.
He looked like Trump.
I know what you're saying.
Like you can't take a shit.
Well, those two often get confused for each other, Florent Giroux and Donald Trump, right? They're pretty similar.
Wow.
That's an insult to
3. By the way, Parchment Party, complete fade next time because the horse is now 2 for 2, both at a mile and a 16th on the dirt, and had no business winning that race. This horse is gonna be like 4-1 next out. Don't touch Parchment Party.
All right.
I'm warning you.
Look, I mean, the bottom line on that was what Magic said. I was on the air. I was on Blinkers Off watching the race, and I was just like in shock at what was happening. So it was funny. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get to the best bets here. Papa Dude, we'll start with you. You're going back to the ice. You're going back with an underdog. I really like this one. So you tell us why you like it.
Well, I had 3 best bet hockey games on the website yesterday. All of them cashed.
Yes.
And then we had our best bet here.
Yep.
So I'm going back today too. We got the Panthers tonight against Carolina. The Hurricanes are definitely a good team, and the Panthers are too, but the Hurricanes are not playing as well as they did last year. They're giving up some goals. They're struggling just a little bit. And Florida plays well at home, and they're the underdog. I like them a lot in this one, and I'm probably going to get burned for saying this, but another game I like tonight. How in the hell is Philadelphia the favorite against Anaheim?
Yeah.
The Ducks, one of those teams that have snuck up there and playing pretty well. I like that game a lot too, but I'm going to go with the Panthers as the underdog at home tonight against the Hurricanes.
I really like this one. This is one I'm going to bet as well. I do like the Panthers here as like you said, like the underdog situation for them. They've been really good at home as well. I mean, they have really struggled on the road, but at home they're 4-1 this year. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means, but I really think the Panthers get it done. Magic, you got any thoughts on that one?
Not really. I didn't look too closely at this game. Yeah, I've been paying too close attention to the Panthers.
Okay, well, Magic, it's SMU Football Friday. Tell us your bet.
Yeah, baby. All right. Going back to my good friend Southern Methodist. So I got the hat on. North Texas team total under 24.5 here. Other than last week against Rice, SMU had allowed when they allowed 31 points. they'd allowed 36 total points in 4 previous games combined. Like, that's crazy. So they're allowing an average of 9 points. North Texas's offense is pretty one-dimensional. I really don't think this is going to be too much of an issue for SMU to beat them here. The spread kind of concerns me, so that's why I went with the team total under on North Texas. But just like last time with SMU, when I picked them, everything comes back to Red Dead Redemption 2. You look at the Mustangs, right? What are Mustangs going to be facing in this? This is why they're so good. In Red Dead Redemption 2, you've got Huskies that can chase you. If you're on a Mustang, bitch, those Huskies can't get close to you. If you got bulls, you ever seen the bulls in those things? They're like giant-ass slow tanks. Like, you just easily run them down, rope them, steer them, whatever you want to do. Bearcats, I don't know what the hell a Bearcat is, but it sounds slower than a Mustang, so I'll just assume it's good. The Cougars, those are the ones you got to watch out for, and not just when you're Jared Welch and you're out on the streets late at night in Los Angeles. You got to watch out for the Houston Cougars, because they can catch you if your Mustang's not paying attention, but we're not having to worry about that today. Today, all we got to worry about is, checks notes, the Mean Green. Okay, all right. Mean Green, we're scared of a color? Hell no! Ride, Sally, ride! Mustangs, woo!
I was waiting all morning to see what you were going to say about the Mean Green.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, North Texas under 24.5. Hey, listen, I'm worried about this one because North Texas can score a little bit, Magic. I mean, I'm worried about this one. I'm just saying it.
They're turnover happy too. I mean, they might get the yards. They're not going to get the scores. You can get close to a Mustang. You ain't catching that Mustang.
You know, he's done his Trump imitation, and now he's done his Mike Leach imitation.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
One of the funniest bits of all time.
Yep.
So anyway,
he's keeping that alive. So, good job, Magic. All right,
North Texas. I like the bet. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, and listen.
Yeah, screw you, Aaron.
No,
Go be afraid of a color, why don't you? All right. Oh, watch out. Don't look too closely at the background on this show right now. Ooh.
Hey. Okay, settle down. Number one.
Might kick a field goal on you in the background. Woo!
Number two, there's 2 people on this show right now that have seen the Mean Green play several times. Okay.
Yep.
We know about the Mean Green. All
That's
right. We know about them. So, and there's 2 people on this show right now that have seen the SMU Mustangs that you love so much play this year in person.
Yeah.
And that's us. So we know about this. All right. We know. We're not afraid.
Ride, Sally, ride.
We're afraid of you, but not of the Mean Green. All right. Well, I'll make this short. I should have went second and him last. But I'm at Gulfstream Park today for my race of the day after just getting nipped yesterday at Remington. Boy, heartbreaker. But Gulfstream Park race 3 on the card today. I'm going to go number 4, Top Look on top. This Saffie Joseph trained horse broke the maiden by 4 last time out at the 12K maiden claiming level. That was the horse's second start of her career, I should say. Obviously found something out about her. Really just an easy effort there. Now drops to the 8K level. So that's pretty logical for a horse that breaks the maiden at the 12K level. I think the horse gets out in front again today. That was kind of the bigger difference from race 1 to race 2. Saffie Joseph absolutely on fire right now. So give me the 4, Top Look in the 3rd race today at Gulfstream. All right, guys. Are we ready to get off of here? I think I am. All right, let's get to the best bets. Once again, I'm going to go Gulfstream race 3, number 4, Top Look. Magic, you're going to go North Texas, the Mean Green under 24.5. Papa Dude, you're going Panthers plus 110. Papa Dude, you got any final thoughts before we get off of here?
I don't. How can I beat anything? I'm just sitting here. I can't come up with anything. I see Car Ramrod says Ole Miss team total over 23.5 tomorrow in Athens.
Mm-hmm.
If they get that, they might have a chance, but I'm not betting that one.
I don't think so either. No, I don't think so either. So, all right, Magic, do you have any final thoughts?
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Why didn't I see? I knew once I ended that question, I knew I was like, oh, you just made a big mistake. You just gave him an open invitation to do something dumb. So, all right, well, guys, we're going to get off of here. Magic will be asleep tomorrow when we do this show. We'll have to do it an hour early. College football Saturday. We will be on. Papa Dude and I. OU plays at night, which means Papa Dude and I can be on tomorrow.
Right.
So, all right, guys, we'll be right back here tomorrow. Everybody have a good rest of your Friday. And thanks, everybody, for watching.